There's a man in the room who notices everything. He isn't the loudest one. He isn't standing in the middle trying to be seen, chasing attention or laughs. He isn't constantly checking his phone because he's scared of silence or disconnection. He sits comfortably in the quiet. He talks less, observes more. And if you really pay attention, you'll notice something unsettling about him. He doesn't need to be there. He doesn't need the group or the validation. Because he doesn't depend on them, he can't easily be controlled by them. People label him a loner, antisocial, introverted, weird, or broken. But those who understand power and influence see something else: independence. They worry about him, because someone who is comfortable being alone has learned to manage their own mind, and that makes them harder to push around with cheap distractions and manufactured fears. Many people struggle when they're alone. Silence makes them uneasy, so they rush toward noise, TV, social media, constant company, to avoid their own thoughts. But someone who is comfortable in solitude treats it like a personal space of strength rather than something frightening. This isn't about loneliness. Loneliness hurts. Solitude, when chosen, can be a strategy. When you stop pretending humans are always calm, social, and rational, you begin to see how much of behavior is driven by fear of being excluded. That fear is ancient. Long ago, being cast out of the group could mean danger, so our brains still react strongly to separation. Today, though, being alone doesn't mean you'll be harmed or abandoned. Realizing this frees you from constantly chasing approval. You stop wasting energy performing fake smiles, forced small talk, pretending to agree, to be accepted. Instead, you direct that energy toward your goals and personal growth. Spending time alone also forces honest self-reflection. Without distractions, you face your real thoughts, insecurities, and the gap between who you are and who you want to become. It's uncomfortable, but it's how people grow stronger and more self-aware. Some psychologists call this shadow work, acknowledging the parts of yourself you usually avoid. Solitude can also sharpen focus. When you talk less and listen more, you notice subtle details others miss. You reveal less about your fears and plans, so you're harder to influence or predict. Quiet people are often simply observing and thinking, not weak or shy. Throughout history, many thinkers and creators developed big ideas in periods of isolation. Time alone let them think deeply without constant noise or group pressure. Creativity often grows in quiet spaces, while constant crowds and distractions can pull people towards sameness instead of original thought. In a world that pushes non-stop connection and social validation, choosing solitude can help you unplug, think for yourself, and become mentally steadier. Being comfortable on your own doesn't make you broken. It can make you grounded, focused, and more aware of who you really are.